The purple is strong with this one.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the FansToys Sovereign. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, usually I would take a quick look at the packaging, but since this is a test shot that was sent to me by FansToys, I don't have the packaging, but I do have an empty box of crunchy granola bars. These are gross. I don't like these. Lori eats these, and I don't like them. Ew. Anyway, moving right along, here we have Sovereign, which is FansToys' take on a masterpiece Galvatron. And this guy is cool. You know why? Because he's Galvatron. But here he is in his Space Cannon mode. And very nicely done. There is quite a bit of diecast in this guy, and he has legit weight to him. Every time I pick this figure up, I always just go, whoa. Because I'm not expecting him to weigh as much as he does. He definitely has some legit heft to him, which is very, very nice. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. We have the cannon itself right there, done in orange. And going down the cannon itself here, let's see, we got some red. Oh, like a very dark gray going on in there. We got some silvers. We got some white in here with some molded detailing. We have the treads here, which are painted. And that gunmetal gray. And going down the side here, you can see some red, some more of that gunmetal gray going on in there, some more reds. And the back right here. We have this little support strut there, a little bit of red. You turn them upside down. Kind of see the robot mode chest there. He does have some transparent red plastic right here and right there. Oh, some nice silver paint in there as well. And yeah, very, very cool. I mean, he does have rolling wheels on the treads as well as a wheel here and a little wheel back here. So he does actually roll pretty well, pretty freely, which is kind of impressive. So there you have that. Oops. The shoulder joints are a little bit on the weak side. Now you can configure the arms however you want because these treads here are on hinges. So if you want this angled a bit more upward, you can just kind of rotate that up. Just kind of bring the arms back a click like that. And just bring this back. This is on a hinge as well. There are a bunch of hinges back here. You can just tip that back and you can have that cannon pointed a bit more up, so you can have the cannon angled however you wish. You can have it pointing straight, you can have it angled up as much as you want. Totally up to you. Your toy, display it however you wish. So there you go. Now you do get an optional part for the cannon. You do have the solid orange cannon right here, but you do also get a transparent orange cannon if you want. If you want to get all G1 toy about it, you can just pop that one off. Put this one on. You can see there's a little tab right there and a groove, so you know you have it oriented properly. You just plug that in, and there you go. So you can get all G1 toy about it if you wish, but me personally, I don't wish. I like the solid cannon myself, but there you go. So there you have that, and that's pretty much all he does in his cannon mode. He just stands there and is a cannon that can blast things. Yay. So, for comparison, let's bring in DX9's Tyrant. They're not Masterpiece, not Galvatron. So you can see how they look together. Let me see if I can get a little further back here. There you go. You can see how they look together. Obviously very different takes on the same thing. So there you have that. Here he is with the Titan's Return, Galvatron. So you can see how that looks with his current self. Here he is with the Mania King. There you have that. Here he is with DX9's little Tyrant. Little baby Galvatron. Little baby Galvi. And here he is with the G1 Galvatron because he's precious. Galvatron precious. and there you go. So, yeah. So, there you go. He's a big old space cannon, a big, hefty, heavy space cannon. So, without further ado, let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's do it. Let's do these things. Let's do these things right now. So, first thing you want to do is just remove the cannon, put that off to the side, and we will start from the back and work our way up. So, first thing we're going to do is, actually the first thing we want to do is right here in the central portion. It helps if you just grab a hold of this section right here and pull this up. And that helps you to untab this section right here. Pull that up. There you go. It helps you to get this unclipped because this right here actually clips in right in there. So it helps when you bring that up. It just helps to unclip that section there. So bring that up. Pull that up. And bring that up. And there you go. These little sections right here, you can just fold down, fold that down. There you go. So now we can just split this section right here, split this, and then you want to untab this section right here. Just kind of bring this down like that, bring it down like that, and there you go. At this point you can take these panels right here and you can flip them down. I'm going to do this now because I always forget to do it. So just bring those down like that. There we go. Now we can turn them around and get working here. So split the legs. Bring these all the way up. Bring that all the way up. Split the legs, and you can see here this was tabbed in right here. Just untab that. Take this and just bring this all the way up like that and get that out of the way. So once you've done that, you just want to take this, open that up. You want to open this panel up right here, open this up, and now you can extend the leg. See, it's on multiple hinges there. You just extend that up like that. Just straighten out the leg. You want to make sure that this section is down. So then you want to bring this panel in like that. And then you want to take this section right here, it's on a slider, and just take that, slide it all the way up, like that. Then you want to take this bit right here, rotate it up, like that. And now you can just close this up. You want to swing it at this hinge right here. So this section is going to stay flat, and you're just bending it at that hinge right there. And that will lock in right there. Lock that up, and just bring this around, right there. And there you go. Then you just push down his feet, rotate, bring that all up, and you got a leg all done. Second verse, oddly, much like the first. So, open that up, swing that out, bring that down, and straighten out the leg, like that. Close that up. Oh, you want to raise this up first. Raise this up. Raise that up, swing that around, and now I can close all this up. Right there, close that up, and then bring the foot down, rotate, bring it up, and there you have the legs all done. And the legs are pretty easy. So now, we're coming up to the upper section here. He just looks like some kind of weird monster now. Hey, help me, help me. Anyway, I'm sorry. So at this point now, you just want to take these sections right here. Just want to bring that down, and just bring that down the hinge, bring that down. And we'll work on the upper body. So, you want to untab this chest section here. This whole chest section is die cast. That adds to the weight of him. And this is also on a double hinge in here. So when you bring it down, you want to just extend it like that. And that helps you to bring it the rest of the way down. And then you take this section here. This section right here, as you can see, there's a peg on this side. There's also a peg on the other side that plugs in right there. So you want to unpeg that right there. Extend that upward and swing this down like that. And once you've done that, you rotate this entire assembly here 180 like that. So once you've done that, we turn them back around because we still have to work on this section right here. Let me raise up a little bit more here. So I'll make sure I have the best angle possible. Alright, so now, at this point, you want to take these sections right here and bring them up. Now the instructions tell you to plug these sections into this divot, like this section right here goes right into this divot right here, so everything sits flush. But when I do that, it is then impossible to untab these things without using a tool of some kind, so I just leave them resting on top. That's just me, but, you know, would have been nice if maybe there was some little something somewhere to get your, you know, nail in or something. I don't know. It doesn't work as well as it should, because when you have everything sitting flush, it's impossible to get undone. But anyway, get that up. Get these pieces up like that. You want to take this section here and bring that down, which does get stuck. There we go. Bring that down. Oh, before you do that, I'm forgetting things. Sorry. You want to bring this panel down first. This little panel. Now you can bring this down like that. There you go. I forgot. Sorry. So once you've done that, you then want to take this entire assembly here. You can see his head is peeking out, and you want to start rotating it. You only want to rotate it about halfway, because once you get to the halfway point, you have to raise the camera again so people can see what you're doing. You want to take this section right here, and you want to rotate it like that. Bring these up like that, and just bring this back the rest of the way like that. So you want all that sitting like that. And once you've done that, you want to just continue to swing this down, not all the way. Well, actually, now you do want to do this all the way. Because first, you have to take this section right here, and you want to fold that down. So that's sitting in there like that. And once you've done that, you want to make sure that these pieces are all the way up against this wall here, because you need that for clearance. Make sure it's pushed up right up against that wall. And now you're going to come back down here. You're going to take this section right here, just the central section, and rotate this around like that. And this is why you leave this angled up a little bit, because you need this for clearance. So you're going to bring that in, and as that goes in, then you can straighten all this out like that. And all that closes up nice and flush. And then you can take this little panel here and just bring that back up. And there you go. At this point now, you can just take this whole waist section. You can see the post and the point right there. Just compress all that together. Just push it down. It's very stiff. Right there. I'll clip into place. Just like that. And then you can take this chest piece right here. Just 2 tabs. And slots. Not right. Slots, yeah, they go into these grooves right here, not there. They go right here. They just plug in right there, boop, like that. And there you go. I've transformed this guy so many times, and now when the camera's on, I'm forgetting everything. Anyway, so once we do that, you want to take this whole armature here. You want to bring it up on this hinge. There is a long tab right here that will go into this groove right there. Just tab that in there, and then all this just collapses up onto the back like that. And you just fold that up like that. There you go. And then you bring these sections down, and these tabs right here will go into this little slot right there, that one at the very end. So just line that up, and that will tab in right there, bring that up, tab in right there, and there you have his backpack all done. All nice and clean like. So now, we will work on his arms. So, you want to untab the arms. They're clipped in right here. These clips are very tight. So you want to unclip those arms like that, and just bring that up, and the shoulder will slide up into that shoulder piece right there. And you want to make sure it clicks into place right there, like that. And once you've done that, this piece right here, just bring it out, rotate it, and flip it up. That will fill in that gap right there. So now we'll move on to the arm itself. And you just want to rotate the whole arm at this swivel up here. So rotate that, and then you just kind of start pulling this down, which will bring this panel up. And you take that, just bring that all the way down like that, and then you swing that around like so. And then you want to untab the elbow. It tabs in right there. And that'll help you to swing the arm around at this swivel, like that. And then you just bring this up, collapse it up against the back of his arm, and just rotate the fist so everything's oriented properly. And there you have an arm all done. Second pass, much like the first. Untap this. Again, very, very tight. So you just bring that up, and you just slide that up. Again, make sure that's clipped. Make sure that snaps into place right there. And then you just swing that around, a little squeaky there. Bring that up. And there you go. Hi, how are you? Say hello to my tread, anyway. So, now we'll move on to the other arm. So we just bring that down a little bit, so it helps us kind of fish this section out. And down. Rotate. Actually, I want to rotate all this first. There we go. And then we untab that elbow. That helps us to swing this around. Bring that up against the back of his arm. Rotate at the wrist. And we are almost done because what is a Galvatron without his cannon? And to transform the cannon, you just open up this panel here, open up that panel there, and you swing this around, close it up, there you go. And you got a tab right here that will tab into the slot on either arm there, but of course it's supposed to go on his right arm. That just tabs in right there. And I believe we're done. I think we're done. Oh, we're done. Whee, we're done. There we go. And there you have Sovereign in his robot mode. And he looks really cool. He looks very, very cool. Very cool design. I think FansToys did a great job on this. Personally, my personal opinion, I think this guy came out great. I think he came out great. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at that noggin. Very nice head sculpt. Very cool, very Galvatron-y. Got the nice red eyes there. Got the gray there on his chin, little gray goatee. He does have some red right there in the head crest. And very nice, very, very nice. Again, this chest section is all die-cast. That adds to the heft of him. Got that transparent red right there in his abs. He has those red abs going on there. And lots of nice silver. Pretty much this entire crotch section is also die-cast, except for these flaps. These flaps here are plastic, but the rest, pretty much, not pretty much, this entire crotch assembly here is all die-cast, which again adds to the heft of him. Yeah, very nice. Got the silver thighs there. Got transparent red there on the knees. And all around, very, very cool. Very nicely done. Take a look at the back of him. Not too much by way of junk. I mean, it's kind of a typical Galvatron backpack going on there. Got the treads on the back of his arms. Looks pretty nice, in my personal opinion. Now, articulation-wise, his head can move up and down. It's on a hinge there. It's not on a ball joint, but he can look up a little bit. Look down a little bit. You do have full rotation. Arms can do a full 360. On a ratchet joint, it's a pretty soft ratchet. Outward movement. Go up that far. You do have a swivel right here. You have a swivel right here. You do have a double jointed elbow, which is nice. You also have a swivel at the forearm here. You have a wrist swivel. The hands are fully posable. Let's get them opened up here. So the thumb is on a ball joint at the base, as well as a hinge right here. And each finger is on multiple hinges. You got a hinge here, and a hinge here. So you got fully posable fingers there, which is nice. You do have a, whoops, knock it off of him. He does have a ratcheted waist swivel, which only goes that far before this backpack section gets in the way. These hip panels here can move out of the way. Legs can go forward, that much, backward, that much, outward, You can do the full splits, and again, of course, these are on hinges. Those move out of the way. He does have a thigh swivel. He does have a double-jointed knee, double-jointed ratcheted knee, so you get a nice deep knee bend there. The feet can't really move up. They can move down due to transformation, and you get some full tiltage there, and the foot here can swivel, and you can move that up very, very slightly, and you can move it down due to transformation. So there you go. He is pretty poseable, which is nice. Get that plugged back in there. There you go. Now, of course, if you want to give him the transclearant cannon, you can do so. Just open that up, transforms the same way, flip that around, boop. Again, if you want to get all, G1 toy about it, you can do so. There you go. Do that if you wish, but me personally, I don't wish. I like I personally like the solid cannon myself. But you can do whatever you want. My only real complaint with the cannon is that I wish that this section right here was a bit thicker. It is kind of thin. But considering the way it transforms, it can only be so big to occupy the space in the cannon. So, I understand why it is the way it is, but I still wish it was like a bit thicker. Looks a little too thin to me. But there you go. Now he does include some accessories. You do get a matrix on a chain, and the matrix is die-cast. Very nicely done. You have a nice transclearant blue gem right there in the middle with the silver and the gold. Looks very nice. And you got the metal chain here, which you can put around his neck like that if you want. And he does have an optional face. Now, to swap out the faces, you will need a screwdriver because you do have to take his head apart to swap out the faces. So to swap out the face, you just kind of turn his head around and you just undo this one screw on the back of his head. So then you just undo that. And you just take that off. You just turn this around. You take the front part of his helmet off. And then you just remove the face, and that's scary. That just scares me. That scares me. And you can give him the angry face. Grrr, angry Galvatron. And it's just 2 pegs right there. Just go into the 2 ports right underneath the eyes there. So you just plug that in. And just put the head back together. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Let's get that back on. And just screw that back in. There you go. Very easy to swap out the faces. And now he's Angry Galvatron. Grrr. So there you go. So that's pretty cool. You do get 2 other accessories. You do get a flight stand for him, which I did not get with this test shot. And you also get a blast effect parts to plug into the barrel of the cannon. That's another piece that I also did not get with this test shot. But those will be included if you buy this figure. So there you go. Now for comparison. Here he is with Mania King. Let's bring in a couple Galvatrons here. Because ain't no party like a Galvatron party, because a Galvatron party don't stop. Or does it? I don't know. There he is, Mania King. There he is with the Titan's Return Galvatron. There he is with the little DX9 Tyrant. There you go. So you can see how he scales with those other 3 Galvatrons. So you have that. Here he is with DX9's Tyrant. So you can see how they look together. You can see, both nice figures, but me personally, I keep knocking off this cannon. You can see the tab is pretty short. There's not much to hold on to. It is secure. It's not loose, but I just keep knocking it off. There you go. See? Look. See? Look. See? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That maybe needs to be a little more snug. It's snug, but it could be a bit more snug. Anyway. But as I was saying, both of these are good figures. Like, I like the DX9 version, but if you saw my review of this guy, he does do things that bug me, which made me like him less. I do think that this is the better version of the two that are out right now. I know X-Transbots is doing one as well, so we'll see how that one turns out. But of the two that are out right now, I do like FansToys better. So there you have that. And here he is with G1 Galvatron because it's precious. Galvatroning precious. Ow! And for some more comparisons, here he is with Mitron. You can see how they look together. Here he is with Apollyon. You can see how that works. And here he is with EmGo's Despotron. I have that. Here he is with MP10 Optimus Prime. You can see a little bit taller than Prime. Here he is with Masterpiece Hot Rod. You can see he towers above Hot Rod right there. Here he is with Masterpiece Rodimus, and that works out a bit better. There you have that. Here he is with Carrie. You can see how they look together. Here he is with Buzzing from Unique Toys. Here he is with Unique Toys Springer. Alan! 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 There he is with Alan! Alan! And here he is with the X-Transbots Scourge. You can see how they look together. And they actually look really nice together. So there you go. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, very nice figure. I do really like this guy, and you know, of course I like him. He's Galvatron because the world needs more Galvatron. I'm a Galvatron fanboy, so I love this by default because it's a Galvatron. But it's also a really, really nicely done figure in my opinion. Oop, that came on tabbed. Oop, there we go. But still, yeah, a very nicely done figure. I really do like it. I think it's cool. I dig him. I dig him very much. But yeah, very nice. We still have another one coming out from X-Transbots, so we'll see how that one turns out. But yeah, so far, I really like this guy. I think he's good. You know, like I said before in all of my other FansToys reviews, I think FansToys they've got the Masterpiece aesthetic down. So for me, this figure definitely fits in very, very nicely on a Masterpiece shelf. It just looks that good, you know. And again, the heft to him. If you buy this toy and you pick him up for the first time, you will be surprised by how much this thing weighs. He does have legit weight to him, and that's nice. He's very hefty and heavy and nice and solid. And yeah, my only real complaint is just this section of the cannon. I just wish was thicker. My only real complaint. But other than that, very nice. Works very well. Very cool all around. He's cool. He's Galvatron. Oh, one thing I forgot to do. Oops. Oops. There you go. I'm supposed to do that. That little turn right there. Makes all the difference, doesn't it? Makes all the difference in the world. But there you go. I'm pretty sure like 50 people have already wrote in the comment section that I forgot to do that. But there you go. I remember now. But people are still going to comment on it anyway, because who needs to scroll down? Nobody's scrolling down just for suckers. But anyway. But the real question is, what do you think of this figure? Do you think this is a good figure? Do you think this is worth your hard-earned dollars? Because after all, it is your money, and the final decision and judgment is ultimately yours to make. So there you go. So if you would like a Sovereign or any of FansToys' other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the FansToys Sovereign, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, Palm in your face! Scourge, I have a great new plan for defeating the Autobots. I am scared. And you have every right to be. But listen, the plan is this. Yodeling. Yodeling. Yes. How exactly is that going to work, sir? It's simple. We go to the front lines and we all start yodeling. The Autobots will be so confused and dumbfounded, they won't see the attack coming. It's brilliant. Brilliant, I tell you. You need help, sir. No, you need help. Help with your yodeling. Now, come on, the first lesson starts soon. Yodeling. Oh, I was better off floating in space.